Oh, our top story coming out of Cape Town today, National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola set to appear before the Ad Hoc Committee investigating allegations that were initially made by KZN top cop Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. This is around allegations of political interference in the work of police and the judiciary. Watching developments for us is SABC News reporter Abra Barbier, who joins us now live. And Abra, if the past 2 days are anything to go by, we're in for yet another marathon sitting once that committee finally gets underway.
Ayanda, good morning. Yes, I am at M46, which is in the Marks building in Parliament. The venue, of course, as I mentioned earlier, moved from the Good Hope Chamber, which was where the committee sat for the last 2 days. But the venue today will be M46, and the committee will kick off at 11 o'clock and not 9 o'clock, as was initially the plan, because the committee just decided that because of the last 2 marathon sessions that they had, that they would start just a little bit later, just to give people some time to rest up. And yes, we are going to be listening to the side of the National Police Commissioner, Fannie Masemola, who of course today will come and respond to questions which will be put to him by evidence leader advocate Norman Arendse. And of course what Masemola has to respond to is the role that he played in terms of the various allegations which the KZN provincial commissioner has made. Masemola, according to Mkhwanazi, was also used as a pawn or as a puppet by certain elements within the SABC, within the criminal justice system. And in fact, one of the quotes, if I remember correctly, Mkhwanazi said something along the lines of his boss, Masemola, was on the verge of going to prison because he wasn't complying, or because the plans of the masterminds weren't working out as they wanted it to work out. So today he will be answering questions about his role, about how much he knows in terms of what the provincial commissioner said, and whether or not the committee is going to be sitting till late tonight again, that remains to be seen. But I am sure that MPs will be itching to get their questions answered. Of course, today it will be the round of questions by the evidence leader, and thereafter we will get questions by various political parties. Ayanda?
I suppose the level of rigor that's coming out of these sessions, it's one thing for them to run as long as they are, but has there been any kind of reflections perhaps from where you are about the substance of what's coming out?
Do you know, I'm sure everybody, no matter what you've been doing over the last 2 days, everybody or most people have been glued to their screens just trying to analyze and understand what exactly is happening behind the scenes, because there's just so much to grasp. And something that the provincial commissioner actually said is that he's presented a range of allegations to us, but there are other things that he cannot discuss in the public, which needs to be discussed within another forum, like perhaps the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence. There are certain things he can't share on a public platform, and he said even if he does share those things, it will shock South Africans to the core. I don't know how much more shocked we can be after everything we've heard till now. Another thing that I have found interesting is the kinds of questions that MPs have been asking. Of course, these MPs all have their own agenda. We might not understand the line of questioning. Sometimes a question might sound frivolous. Sometimes a question might sound obvious. Sometimes a question is repeated. So the line of questioning also, it's very interesting to listen to, and just to try to figure out as a viewer, as a listener, where is the MP going to with this? What is this MP's end game? I think it was very, very late last night when everybody was probably just so tired, when the provincial commissioner actually said to the MPs, you guys are now just asking me to respond to your comments, more than them actually seeking to get more information, factual information out of him. So there was lots of questions where he was expected to speculate. to give his opinion on things. But the general made it very, very clear. He stood his ground. He was very firm. He was on top of it at all times. He was very aware of everything happening all the time. And he knew what he wanted to say. He knew why he wanted to say it. And he answered all the questions in that manner. So when it came to speculation, he made it very clear that he was not here to do that. He was not here for politics. He was just here to put the facts on the table, and from there it is up to Parliament and the relevant authorities to decide what they are going to be doing with that information. Ayanda?
Yeah, what's certainly emerging is that this is a political process, and I've heard some commentators saying they're not surprised that a bit of political expediency has seeped into how things unfold. Abra, let's leave things there for now.